Hello and welcome to The Commons at spiritandsong.com, a place for you to encounter the best in Catholic music, new artists and new songs that express your desire to know, to love, and to serve the Lord. And I am happily joined today by Mr. Steve Angrisano. Good to see you, friend.
Hey, Robert. Good to see you. Always good to see you.
Well,
Your little Southern accent makes me feel good.
Yeah, that's right. From a Mississippian to an Alabama.
That's right. Let's go get some barbecue when we're done.
Dreamland in Tuscaloosa. So.
Been there.
Well, I was on the phone the other day talking to Sarah Hart, and she had mentioned about how she likes to co-write.
Yeah.
And I know that she co-wrote Sweet Redeemer with you.
She did.
Yeah. She said that what she likes to do when she's co-writing is to find a song that kind of expresses the character of the person that she's co-writing with. And she mentioned the sweetness of your relationship with the Lord and said that that's kind of how it emerged. So I'd like for you to talk a little bit about that. What was that process like?
Wow. Well, that's very nice for her. So I love the song, and I think for the last two recordings I've done, particularly Set Free and Welcome Home, I've done the most co-writing that I've ever done. And I really feel like it just brought new life to the recording. And all of us, this is what we do, and we work hard at our craft, besides our faith, just at the craft of writing music. And, I always come to the table with some songs that I know that I like, but writing with Sarah, writing with my producer, a few other people allowed me to just take some songs that would have been on the margin, I think, otherwise, and just really breathe new life into them, look at them from a new angle. Sarah's a great writer, and she's if you rate a musician by how many of their CDs are in your car changer, I always keep Sarah Hart CDs in my car. I just love the way she writes, and I love the beauty of it. And so when I called her, I was in Nashville to record, and I said, I'd love to write a song with you. And we sat down, and it really came out. I think a lot of people ask, how do you co-write a song? And there's more than one way. Certainly, you could just sit down and write a song from scratch. For me, I've never found that to be all that productive. It's a hard thing to do, and there's a lot of pressure. And even if you do this for a living, you don't want to. If you're coming up only with brand new ideas, there's a certain sense of, okay, if this really stinks, I don't want to play it for anybody. And so you don't, for me, it's a slower process. What I did with Sarah, what I've done most typically is sit down where someone already had kind of the seed of an idea. Okay. And so I told Sarah, maybe we could sit down and write a song together. So she kind of planted the seed of Sweet Redeemer, that first Sweet Redeemer, I surrender all I am to you, and then we wrote the verses together. We wrote a lot, but see, we had a little bit of an idea where we were going from the start. She sent me a tape, so I'd listened to it, written a little bit in my mind before we got there. Cool. So that's kind of how it came to be. It pieced together in truly maybe 30 minutes once we sat down. It was a pretty amazing process.
But there was still a lot of work going on before you guys actually got together, huh?
Exactly. Yeah. We would talk on the phone a little bit about where it might go, but it really did mostly happen in the 30 minutes, to be honest. Wow. It was. Yeah. I was like, okay, that was God. It was a good moment.
Very cool. Well, would you play it for us?
Sure.
Cool.
King of kings, blessed Jesus, and of mercy, giver of grace, I have come to sing glory, to lay my heart before you in this place. Sweet Redeemer, I surrender all I am to you. Sweet Redeemer, I surrender all I am to you. From the shadows of the tomb, you call me. You roll away the stone. From the burden of my sin, you save me. You made my heart your home. Sweet Redeemer, I surrender all I am to you. Sweet Redeemer,
special song, Steve. You know, I don't know if you remember, but Sarah and you played that live at a conference where we were all gathered at for prayer.
I do remember now that you say it, yeah.
Oh, what a great time. Oh, it's always good to hear you live, man.
Well, good to sit with you.
Yeah. Now, tell me, if you were going to play that with a congregation, when would you do it?
Oh, you know, it's a song I've done in just about any spot in Mass. I've done it for communion. I've done it for a presentation song. If it's a group where you're in kind of a mellow moment, like I was at a retreat where we had kind of a candlelight Mass, and we did that as the opening song, you know, and almost it just sort of happened. We were just there together, and we just started singing Sweet Redeemer. That was a good memory.
Oh, wow. Oh, it just sounds like a moment that would be just rich with the Lord's presence, you know?
It was.
A place where you just want to linger. Well, great. Well, Steve, what an honor. It's great having you with us.
Hey, thanks. Good to be with you.
You're a good man, good brother, good songwriter, good artist.
Too.
You're just
Keep
good.
praying for us. All right.
I sure will.
Thanks.
All right. Thank you for joining us today at the Commons.